Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fabulous. It's a weekend, of course. Graduations are upon us. A lot of graduation stuff. We got to go to a graduation later this weekend. So we got some fun things to do. But let's dive right into our John and Heidi Show. A Duke University study found that some people subconsciously avoid doing things that they are nagged to do as a form of passive rebellion. So like if somebody's always telling you, for example, to take out the garbage, and you say, I'm going to let it stack up until it gets as high as it possibly can.
Or if someone's telling you, go apply for jobs, go drop off a thank you note, go do this, go do this, go do this. Maybe that could be possibly...
Why he's not doing that?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a son that I've been riding him, as he puts it. Just quit riding my butt, Dad. Leave me alone. Go do what I asked you, and I'll leave you alone. Hey, Matt Hollifill of Austin, Texas, loves sneakers so much he has about 500 pair.
Whoa.
He says his
and you think I have a lot of shoes.
I know. His sneaker obsession started when he was a teenager working at a shoe store.
There you go.
There you go. Got a discount at least. We got some special things happening this weekend. We'll tell you about that in a bit.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Thought you'd never ask. Saturday, May the 21st is American Red Cross Founders Day, Armed Forces Day, Day of Visick, Doodah Day, End of the World Rapture Party Day, I Need a Patch for That Day, National Learn to Swim Day, National Heritage Breeds Day, National Wait Staff Day, so make sure you leave them a tip today. You should do that every day. Preakness Day, Sister Maria Hummel Day, World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development, and Victoria Day.
There you go.
Sunday, the 22nd.
Whole lot of stuff this day.
Yeah. Sunday is Canadian Immigrants Day, Harvey Milk Day, Neighbor Day, International Day for Biological Diversity. Didn't we have something about that?
I have
similar on
no
Saturday.
idea.
National Maritime Day, U.S. Colored Troops Day, and World Goth Day. Get out there and celebrate. It's a busy weekend.
Do you like fun t-shirts? Our friends at 80s Tees have a bunch of fun designs from the movies and pop culture. This month, we're giving you a chance to win a $25 credit to buy the t-shirt you like, with designs from Star Wars, Superman, Ghostbusters, Deadpool, and hundreds of others. Sign up to win a $25 credit. Register for free right now at winthisonline.com. We will select 2 winners at the end of this month. You could be one of them, but only if you register at winthisonline.com.
And you know it's true because you heard it on the radio. They say if you do something wrong, you're supposed to apologize, even if it takes 51 years. Well, I don't think they say that, but that's what happened here. A California man has finally come clean by handing in a wallet that he found 51 years ago. He put an apology note in saying, sorry it took so long. The guy is 79 years young now. Robert Coupens found ex-policeman John Payne's wallet in 1951. Luckily, Payne's grandson, who shares the same name, John Payne, is working as a police officer in San Francisco now. That's where his grandfather used to work. So Mr. Coupens came in saying, I want to put things right. I found this wallet, 51 years ago, and I want to return it now.
Well, why didn't he give it to him way back then?
I don't know. He enclosed a check for $100 and a note to say he's sorry that it took so long.
Huh.
So I don't know if there was money in it and he needed the money, and then he was afraid to, at least he didn't just throw it away, but he might as well have because it took 51 years to get it.
If he stole it.
I don't know. Well, it says it was a wallet that he found. So it doesn't say that he stole it. It says he found it. He just didn't return it to its rightful owner until 51 years later. So if he found it in 1951,
it's the same thing as stealing, really.
You add 51 on top of 1951. This story is from 2002. So this is an old story. But it's online now, so it's the first time we've talked about it, at least that I remember. Have we talked about it before?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, he said he had it for 51 years. He's 79 years young now. And, he gave him the wallet and a check for $100 to say, I'm sorry. And you know it's true because you heard it on the radio.
John and Heidi.
The John and Heidi Show is brought to you in part by the Keystone Treatment Center.
This is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. We share silly stories here on the program, but addiction is no joke. If you or someone you know suffers with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, make today the day you seek help.
Call toll-free 844-204-1055.
That's a toll-free number. Again,
844-204-1055.
and this is your brain on drugs. Florida's Jason Wayne Harden was putting up fencing at a carnival when he happened upon the tiger's cage and decided to attempt to, quote-unquote, communicate with the animal.
Jason
Harden.
Wayne, that's my brother's name.
Yeah, well, but his last name isn't Harden.
No.
Yeah, Mr. Harden decided to communicate by putting his arm into the cage. The tiger thought he would communicate with Harden by biting him and severing a tendon in his arm.
Yeah?
And what will likely be no surprise, police
That
say
was going to happen.
Police say the blood alcohol test showed the man was drunk as a skunk when this happened, and he was extremely intoxicated. And
Goodness.
they think that may have contributed to why he stuck his arm
just a little.
in with the tiger. Really, it might have. I'm pretty sure it did. So either that or the guy's just not bright. But Jason Wayne Harden, numbskull of the day, and that kids, like I always say, that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
An expedition to the North Pole turns into a moment of duh. The story is two Australian explorers deciding to conquer the challenge of hiking to the North Pole. They thought they'd conquer it and then place their country's flag there to commemorate and prove their accomplishment. Well, they made off to the North Pole unaided for 58 days. During the expedition, one of them almost lost his life when he fell through thin ice. They faced blizzards and developed frostbite. They even had to ward off a polar bear. All of this to finally reach the North Pole and discover, I forgot the flag. I thought you brought it.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding?
You didn't bring it? I thought you had it. I don't have the flag.
Wow.
So they got all the way there, a 58-day journey, and didn't even have a flag to pound in. That's just funny stuff right there. We've got your scoop of the day on the way.
The Scoop of the Day is brought to you by Wells Blue Bunny. If you want delicious ice cream, be sure to look for the Blue Bunny. Sure to have your favorite flavors. Learn more at bluebunny.com.
Now your scoop of the day. There's a young lady in North Carolina that just apparently is kind of a reckless driver because within 2 weeks in North Carolina, the same woman damaged her car at the same railroad crossing trying to beat the train.
Oh, my gosh.
So she
didn't
did this
learn?
once and got hit by the train, and then she did it again.
She probably thought, oh, what are the odds? It's going to
It's
happen
never
twice.
gonna happen. Oh, it just did. It just happened again. Pizza Hut. First of all, I got to say, what are these people working on? What is the deal at Pizza Hut? If you see a commercial on TV for some pizza that just looks like it shouldn't have ever happened, chances are it's coming from Pizza Hut. Like, hey, guess what we put in the crust now? I'm like, I don't even want to know.
I like Pizza
What are you guys
Hut.
doing? I know you do. You're always saying, hey, let's order some pizza.
I like
I'm
that
like, oh, where are we?
Asiago Parmesan crust.
Where are we getting it from? You're
lot.
like,
It's
Pizza
so
Hut.
good.
Yeah, of course. Well, now they're testing something Heidi is going to absolutely love. Beer and pizza make for one of the best food combinations that humanity has ever developed. And Pizza Hut UK, so it's in the United Kingdom, is bringing the two together at last. Beer-infused pizza has a trial run this week in London at the Pizza Hut. And if it goes well there, everybody will be so drunk they'll forget what they put in it and they
Oh,
won't know how
my
to do it.
gosh. I really want to try that.
So, well, you do all the time. You have beer with pizza all the time.
But not in my pizza.
Well, I'll pour it on there next time. Let's see how it goes. Hey, the oldest person in the world attributes her long life to eggs. Oldest living person in the world is Emma Morano of Verbania, Italy. 116 years young and 172 days.
Wow.
So if you want to add that up. She attributes her long life to eating 3 raw eggs a day
Gross.
and being single. She doesn't attribute this, but I'll attribute her being single to eating 3 raw eggs a day. Pretty sure there's some sort of some sort of connection here. Cook your eggs next time. Can you imagine sitting on a date? So, what would you like? I'd like an egg. You want that over easy? Oh, just bring it in a shell. I'll pop it open right here and eat
so
it.
gross.
Man asks to use a neighbor's phone and then strips naked. This is a very bizarre story. A 43-year-old in Cleveland asked a 72-year-old neighbor to use her phone. stripped naked and sat on her sofa. The woman eventually got the guy to put his clothes back on and walk out.
Wow.
On the way, he grabbed a couple of her walking canes. He's in court later this month. I'm not exactly sure what the heck he was up to, and I don't think he knew either.
Oh, my goodness.
That is nuts. Hey, drinking a cup of coffee takes at least 45 minutes before the caffeine kicks in. Now, rather than waiting, a startup company is taking a more direct approach, Heidi, with a device they've developed. It's a bracelet that delivers caffeine doses through your skin.
Yeah, just what you need.
Right to the bloodstream.
Just what people need.
They say the Joule caffeine bracelets have a caffeine patch. They claim to deliver a, quote, steady, reliable energy, end quote, equivalent to a medium cup of coffee over 4 hours, and it eliminates the energy spikes and crashes. The only downside is you got to wear a bracelet wherever you're going, and I suppose the hand that bracelet's on is awake way more than the other one, so that notice when you're typing, you really seem to favor your right hand. All right, that is a bunch of interesting stuff there. I'm going to share that, by the way, if you want to read that story. I'll share it on our social media, so go to facebook.com/John and Heidi Show, and you can read that. A fully functioning replica of the Titanic is launching in 2018. 2 years later than initially planned. It was going to go this year. Titanic 2 is what they call it. It will look virtually identical to the luxury liner that sank in April of 1912, but with many more safety features. Well, I would hope so.
Yeah, I would
hope you have more safety features. So, would you go on that maiden voyage of that thing?
Yeah.
I would not.
I would.
I have no interest. Don't want it. Maybe
It's
after
not
it's
like
been
they're
around
going
a
to
while.
crash it on purpose.
I'm just saying. I just don't know. Hey, time for strange law. Oklahoma law declares that a dog must have a permit signed by the mayor in order to congregate in groups of 3 or more. That's in Oklahoma. That's a strange law. This has been your Scoop of the Day.
Do you like fun t-shirts? Our friends at 80s Tees have a bunch of fun designs from the movies and pop culture. This month, we're giving you a chance to win a $25 credit to buy the t-shirt you like, with designs from Star Wars, Superman, Ghostbusters, Deadpool, and hundreds of others. Sign up to win a $25 credit. Register for free right now at winthisonline.com. We will select 2 winners at the end of this month. You could be one of them, but only if you register at winthisonline.com.
Now your bonus scoop. Some of your favorite candy is about to undergo a bit of a change, Heidi. Fortune.com says Mars Inc. has announced plans to get rid of all artificial colors from their human food products. Some of the things they produce are made now without artificial colors. But now it's expanding to those standards of all of the chocolates and gums and confections, foods and drinks. The changes will affect over 50 Mars-owned brands, including M&M's,
Oh, my gosh.
Skittles, Wrigley's Gum, Snickers, and Twixes.
So we can no longer taste the rainbow?
You can taste the rainbow, but it's going to be a naturally colored rainbow because they're getting rid of all of their artificial flavors and artificial colors. Wisconsin has been, I'm sorry, not the state, a man in Wisconsin. That'd be kind of weird to have the whole state. But then again, you never know. A man in Wisconsin has been convicted for his 10th DWI.
Oh, my God.
Now, in some states, they call it a DUI, driving under the influence. There, it's DWI, driving while intoxicated. He blames his latest incident on high blood pressure.
What does that have to do with how much alcohol he consumed?
No. Let me say that again. I read that completely wrong. He blames the...
I didn't think that made sense.
I jumped ahead. He blames his latest... I was going to say, if that's the case, Heidi's got it made. She's got high blood pressure. He blames his latest incident and high blood alcohol content on beer-battered fish. That's what it was. That doesn't make sense either. But that is the truth. So he was having beer-battered fish. Apparently,
where did you get high blood pressure?
I saw the high blood, and my brain put
and
pressure.
You just filled in the blanks.
Yeah, because I see that all the time on the medication I'm taking now, and your medication sitting next to mine. Our medications sit next to each other. We both have high blood pressure.
I don't know why.
I have no clue why. Hey, there was a rollover crash Friday in Montgomery County, Ohio, and it left a car on its side in the middle of the field. The driver said the reason that she had the accident is there was a spider that jumped on her lap. I think we talked about that.
We did talk about that, but I would do the same thing. And I witnessed our daughter almost do the same thing one time when I was riding with her.
Yeah, I think we should just have a rule, no spiders allowed in cars.
I like that
Sound
rule.
Good? Dallas Mavericks owner and all-around billionaire Mark Cuban, I always see him on Shark Tank, like the guy. He tells Washington Post that a group of conservative politicians have asked him to run as a third-party candidate. Although he feels he would put Donald Trump in his place, Cuban says he does not anticipate running for president because, quote, There isn't enough time, end quote. And he adds,
Agreed.
I just don't see that happening. So, would you vote for him for president? Mark Cuban?
You know, at this point, I am willing to consider just about anyone.
Mark Cuban, any Cuban?
I'm just not thrilled with any of the options.
We try not to speak politics here, so we'll move on. Australia University of South Wales found that old people say embarrassing things in public because age makes your brain lose its ability to inhibit what we say. Here's what I really think it is. They can say what they want at that place over there in South Wales. Old people have common sense, and they're not politically correct.
Right.
So when they say things that actually do make sense, it may embarrass others because they didn't say it in the politically correct way. You know, they're going to just say what they think. It's one of the things I like about Tuesdays with Charlie.
Right.
When I talk to my father-in-law on Tuesdays, there are times we have to bleep him because he'll say what's on his mind. Sometimes what's on his mind is not going to go on the radio.
And that is also must be what you like about me then as well.
No, you make me nervous. According to research, London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine is who came out with this one. The increasing level of fatness in the world is as bad as an extra billion people. So they're saying the extra weight that each of us carry, it would be like having an extra billion people on the planet with us.
Yikes.
So they're saying that, you know, if we don't quit it, we're gonna run out of gas on the planet. I'm not exactly sure what's happening there, but they say it's bad. Have you ever heard of pigeon gambling?
No, but I have a feeling I'm going to like this.
That's what a scientist at the University of Kentucky is saying in a recent study, which shows that, like people, some pigeons like to take risks to win prizes. The research found that pigeons, given the choice to peck a light that would give them 3 food pellets each time almost universally, preferred a light that would give them a payroll of 10 pellets 20% of the time. So if I peck on this one, I get 3 pellets almost all the time. But over here, if I peck on this one, I'm going to get 10 pellets, even though it's not all the time, about 20% of the time. Averaged out, that meant pigeons were choosing to get 2 pellets per peck instead of 3, by the way. So they were losing more than they were winning. The reason could be that the pigeons are motivated by a surprising change from what was normal. The same phenomenon could be explained by why human gamblers ignore their losses and focus on their much rarer, surprising wins and continue to, gamble themselves deeper and deeper and deeper. So we're going to have to do a little test on that, Heidi.
That is not at all what I was expecting.
What did you think that was going to be?
I don't know. I expected it to be a lot more fun than that.
Well, that was kind of fun. That was your bonus scoop. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Keystone Treatment Center. Addiction is no laughing matter. Call Keystone Treatment Center toll-free at 1-844-204-1055.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In India, McDonald's restaurants don't serve hamburger meat. Instead, Big Macs come with 2 lamb patties.
Oh.
Yeah, did you know that?
I did not know that.
Nor did I. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During the early days of the gold rush in California, a glass of whiskey cost $7.
Oh.
Yeah, that was way back in the 1840s.
That was a lot of money then.
So, it's even a lot of money now. For a glass of whiskey?
Not at some bars. That's about what you're paying.
Well, so this is almost 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The largest cattle farm in America is in Hawaii, believe it or not. How crazy is that? Yeah, I would have never guessed that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
When the comic strip The Peanuts, I'm sorry, not the Peanuts, there's no the in front of it. When the comic strip Peanuts first debuted in 1958, Snoopy stood on 2 legs.
I didn't know he still didn't stand on 2 legs. I was never a fan of Peanuts, though, so I would have no idea how he gets around.
Peanuts. He was on 2 legs a lot, but I guess he was down on 4 in some as well. So I guess I never really paid attention. So there you go. A couple of fun facts for this weekend edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by RadioReallyWorks.com. I know you're listening to a podcast, but did you know the John and Heidi Show is also a radio show? And for those of you who have businesses, you should consider using radio to advertise your business. We can even help you create some catchy little jingles or amazing radio ads that will help pull people in. Get all the details or just learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. That's RadioReallyWorks.com.
John and Heidi.
A lot of graduations going on around the world. This is the time of year that those kind of things happen. So for those of you who are graduating from high school or from college, maybe entering the workforce for the first time, When you answer those job opening ads, you're going to want to do a little translating. I'm going to help you here. Entry-level position means you're going to be making minimum wage.
Yep.
Entry-level position in an up-and-coming company means you're being paid minimum wage and will probably be bankrupt within a year. Up-and-coming software company means there's no chance we're going to ever be the next Microsoft. It's just not going to happen. Competitive salary means we remain competitive by paying less than our competitors. Join our fast-paced company. That means we've got no time to train you. Introduce yourself to the coworkers, grab a manual and figure out what we do, and then get to work and make us some money. Immediate opening. That means whoever had this job before gave us a notice that was like a second long. Either that or they didn't give a notice and we fired them. So now we're running this ad. We need you right away. Sales position requiring motivated self-starter. I think we've probably said that before, haven't we? Should we tell you what it means?
Sure.
We can't supply you with leads. There's no base salary to speak of, and you'll wait 30 days for your first commission check. Hey, for us, it's only 2 weeks. Casual work atmosphere. That means we don't pay enough to expect you to dress up. Again, for those of you who are applying for jobs, if you see these on the Help Wanted ads and you wonder what they mean, that's what all these things mean. I've got two more. Competitive environment means there's a lot of intra-office backstabbing.
Yeah.
I've worked at places with a competitive environment.
Yeah.
And the last one on the list, must be deadline-oriented. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
You'll be 6 months behind schedule on your very first day.
There you go.
So whatever it is we're working on, we're way behind, and when you start, you're going to be way behind. There you go. A couple of things. Reading between the lines for those of you that may be looking at getting a job after graduation. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RVRealtor.com. If you want to buy or sell an RV, go to RVRealtor.com. List your RV for free. Learn more at RVRealtor.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Next time you're at the coroner's office in California, be sure to stop by the gift shop.
time.
Yeah. Be sure
There's
to
a gift shop?
Yeah, stop by the gift shop.
No way.
Oh, that's what one coroner wants you to do. A California coroner's office has opened up their own gift shop selling, are you ready for this? T-shirts and baseball caps. Coroner Paul Smith says his Sacramento office is trying to generate publicity and funding for anti-drinking programs for teenagers. Mr. Smith said the shop was not trying to gain publicity. The gifts would be tasteful. I thought at first when I read this story that it was going to be clothing that the people were wearing when they were on his table.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that.
That's
at
what
all.
I thought. First thing I thought of is you
That's
could buy their
awful.
stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I love this shirt. You have one without bloodstains and bullet holes. It's my size. I'm just saying, do you think this will come out? Yeah. I can always wear it with a jacket. People wouldn't even notice.
Oh.
All right, there you go. That's happening right now for real in Sacramento, California, and it doesn't even surprise me.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the weekend edition of the John and Heidi Show. I'm going to share this link on our Facebook page so you can chime in if you'd like to. Duck Dynasty's Phil Robertson is offering a, quote, radical idea, end quote, to stop the bathroom bill chaos. According to Charisma News, his suggestion, given in an email, is men should use a men's bathroom, women should use a women's bathroom, end quote. In the email, Robertson added, just because a man may feel like a woman doesn't mean he should be able to share a bathroom with my daughter or yours. That used to be called common sense. Now it's called bigoted, end quote. I absolutely agree with him. And I know that
we're probably going to get some hate
here's the thing.
speech, but I really don't care.
If you agree or if you disagree, I want you have a voice. Please chime in. Make your case. Please do. You don't need to call. Instead, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And I've posted this, and I would love to hear comments from both sides. And please be nice to each other. Here's the thing that I've learned. Even though we don't necessarily always agree with each other, you don't have to be mean to each other. You can disagree and still get along and be nice. That's true. Heidi's over there smiling, going, really? I've never seen that done before. If you follow her on Facebook, you know what I mean. Her page is dangerous. My page is pretty darn positive. Anyway, I do have a post. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Do you like fun t-shirts? Our friends at 80s Tees have a bunch of fun designs from the movies and pop culture. This month, we're giving you a chance to win a $25 credit to buy the t-shirt you like, with designs from Star Wars, Superman, Ghostbusters, Deadpool, and hundreds of others. Sign up to win a $25 credit. Register for free right now at winthisonline.com. We will select 2 winners at the end of this month. You could be one of them, but only if you register at winthisonline.com.
Got a list here of 25 things every dad should do with his daughter. I did not even pre-read this, so I have no clue if this is stuff I agree with or not. So you're going to have to tell me as we read these if you agree or disagree. Number 1, go fishing or crabbing early in the morning. Wake up and leave before everyone else is awake, and then be home in time for Saturday morning cartoons. First question is, how old do you think this list is?
Exactly. Since when have they had Saturday morning cartoons?
Second, take her to a father-daughter dance. Buy her a corsage, make her feel like the most beautiful, special girl in the world. I've never done the father-daughter dance, but we went on a daddy and daughter date.
Only
that was
once.
So much
you
fun.
haven't done that with her again.
I asked her, because we had, when you and Troy were going to a concert, the symphony thing that you ended up not going to, I asked her what she wanted to do. She's like, let's just stay home. I was like, wow, you are so your mother's daughter. And then she said, I don't want to be seen with you in public. I was like, you are definitely your mother's daughter. She didn't really say that. Hey, I can read between the lines. Next thing on the list of 25 things every dad should do with his daughter, bring her to work. That's kind of fun. Another one says, take a sick day together. Eat ice cream, sit on the sofa in your PJs, and watch TV or movies. Next, let her paint your fingernails and toenails. I don't know about all that. Number 6, brush her hair. Learn to put it in a ponytail. If you can, if you want extra points, learn how to braid it.
Yeah, your daughter's 14. I don't think she
she'll let me
really
do
wants you doing
Attend
any
at
of
least
that.
one Girl Scout meeting with her. Chaperone a field trip. Take her.
You guys should just go attend a Girl Scout meeting just because.
What are you guys here
She's
for?
not even in
it
Girl
was on a
Scouts.
list. I'm trying to make it through. We're
Trying
here.
to make up for lost time.
We're here.
So what all do you do here?
Do I take a seat or do I stand by the door? What do I do? Next, take her to a birthday party. Number 10, coach a sports team she's on. Bonus, learn infinite patience in the process. 11, take her shopping for a homecoming or prom dress. I'm not making it through this list very well. Meet her boyfriend. 13, give her a hug and a kiss whenever she gets home from work, or when she gets home from school, or when you get home from work. I try to give her a hug and she
That's something that you
slugs
try.
me.
She doesn't
not a
let you
fan.
do that either.
Walk her to school. I could do that.
That would take
Not
a
too
long
far.
time.
I could walk her to school. Take her to a professional sporting event and cheer loudly for her favorite team. Number 6, tell her knock-knock jokes and teach her some fun ones. Again, this is a list of things that every dad should do with their daughter. Help her with her homework. Next one is ask about her day and don't cringe when she answers if it's about boys. 19, go on a trip together, just the two of you. Maybe go to the beach or to the mountains or places where you can spend time together. Number 20, read to her. 21, try something new together. 22, go for a walk or hike or run.
I think this is meant for somebody with a very young
Must
child
be.
because none of this.
Number 23, push the stroller. What are you trying to do, Dad? Get in the stroller. Dad, I'm 14. I could be 15 in a few weeks. Get in the stroller. Don't leave all the discipline to Mom. And the last thing is be there for her. Oh, what a great list. I agree
Yes,
with
if you have a young daughter,
little tiny
yes,
itty
that's
bitty.
a great list.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? We got some good news on the way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always try to end things here with some good news. Now, I don't know that this is necessarily good news. And again, we try not to get political on this program. So I'm certainly not trying to tell you who to vote for. I want to make sure I go through all of that. I'm going to share this on our Facebook page. I got 2 different things on there today that I'll probably have people commenting on, Heidi.
Probably.
I'm not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers or rustle or whatever it's called. Is it ruffle the feathers or rustle the feathers?
I have no idea.
Either way.
I don't
I'm not
talk
trying
like
to do that. But I do have this, and I think this is really interesting. And I think it's good news. I don't know. Maybe it's bad news. But the news website Reuters has an interactive polling explorer on their site that shows the results of an ongoing poll about the upcoming election. Respondents to the poll tell Reuters their selection for president in the 2016 presidential election. And they're saying if it's between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, who would you vote for? The results can be filtered by several different demographic factors, including only those who identify as Christians. At the last report of the poll, 25% of those who are born-again Christians say, I would not vote for Trump or Clinton. They would either vote for a third candidate or they would not vote. So what's even more interesting is the percentage appears to be climbing. It increased by 7% from May 3rd to May 6th. Increase 7% between May 3rd and May 6th. Now it's up to 28.5%. So there you go. Yeah, it was 25%. Now it's up to 28.5%. So the number just keeps getting bigger. And here's the thing. The reason that I thought I'm going to put this in the good news category is because I really, truly think if enough people say, I don't have a candidate to vote for, I think that maybe there would be another person that would put their hat in, their name in the hat.
But here's the thing that concerns me.
Depending on who it is, it would be handing it to the other person.
Yes.
And I understand that too. But right now, in this election, I'm hearing a lot of people say,
I don't like any
I'm
of
not
them.
going to vote for either of these. I would vote against this one, or I would vote against that one. I'd vote against him, or I'd vote against her. And I don't think voting against is the way to get anywhere. So it'd be really cool if, and I've heard a couple of names that have been rolling around, and I'm not going to say that I've got a candidate that I would want to get in the race. I'm sharing it. Well, you can calm down over there because it's time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh, she was going to pounce, too. You are so lucky, people. You're so lucky I save you from that all the time. Anyway, if you'd like to chime in on that story and let me know how you feel, go to facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Time now for the bonus break. Only available here on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
And your bonus break is brought to you by WinThisOnline.com, where the winning is just the beginning. A lot of great stuff over there. You can win right now at WinThisOnline.com. The growing doping scandal means the entire Russian Olympics team could be banned from the Rio Olympics.
Yikes.
Yeah, no kidding. That's not good.
That's not good.
No Trump anytime signs are popping up around the United States. No Trump anytime signs have recently popped up in big cities across the U.S., from Los Angeles to New York. Done up like traditional red and white no parking signs, the artist known as Plastic Jesus,
Oh, good Lord.
along with a few collaborators, nails his work next to actual authorized signs, which I believe is vandalism. And why is this guy not being arrested?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be arrested?
Oh, absolutely.
Whoever Plastic Jesus is. So anyway, that is, I've got an image if you want to see what those look like at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Flirty shopper leaves his phone number. I'm sorry, flirty shoplifter. That makes more sense. In Scotland, a man walked into a liquor store and lifted a couple bottles of vodka, but somewhere between the vodka aisles and the exit door, he got distracted by the love of his life, a beautiful woman behind the counter. After a few minutes of flirting, he gave her his name and his phone number. She did not follow up, but the police did. So there you go. So did she want to get together for a date? Is that why you're here?
Huh.
Have you heard of The Good Wife?
Yes.
It's a TV show.
Yep.
Well, there's a spin-off, and it's officially got the green light now. The show centers on Diana Lockhart, which is Christina Baranski, and newer addition, Luca Quinn, who's Crush Jumbo. It's going to air on CBS's digital streaming channel, CBS All Access. So they gave it the green light, but it's not going to be on TV. It's going to be on their digital-only programming. So there you go. And one last little thing I want to throw in our bonus break here. Elton John confirmed for Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Back in early April, Elton John said he was talking to producers about joining the sequel for The Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Oh,
We've seen the movie.
Have we?
Yeah, I've seen it. It was good.
I don't think I watched it.
I know you didn't watch it because I said, hey, you should watch this movie. And you said, I'm not watching that. And then you went to bed. I remember it vividly. Now it's a done deal. The rock icon will play himself. He's going to play Sir Elton John. In the movie, Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That's what the next one's going to be called. So, not sure when it's going to come out, but it was good. It really was. So, I would recommend checking it out. That's your bonus break, brought to you by WinThisOnline.com, where the winning is just the beginning.